Welcome parents, guardians and caregivers. I am Miss Abraham and thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my presentation regarding physical education studies. I want to introduce the Australian curriculum, go through my plan for this term and speak about my teaching philosophy and what that means for your children. We have a lovely group of 22 Year 9s this year at Greenfields High School with various physical and mental abilities, and I will explain how I will endeavour to cater to everyone. I understand that there are kids of all shapes, sizes, with different interests, different cultures, and this will influence how I teach and plan my lessons. So why should your kids participate in physical education? Well, it helps develop healthy bones, muscles, the cardiovascular system, coordination, and it does help eliminate health risks such as the cardiovascular disease. It has also been associated with reducing anxiety and depression and has been known to increase their academic performance. I plan my lessons adhering to the Australian Curriculum, Assessment and Reporting Authority known as ACARA. The idea of the curriculum is to provide teachers, parents, students and the community with a clear understanding of what students should learn, regardless of where they live or what school they attend. It provides me with the standardised content required to be taught or learnt. There are various components to the curriculum, such as general capabilities, that I will work on achieving. ACARA rationale states that physical education is built around movement skills and concepts and creating an appreciation of physical activity. They will learn about how the body moves, improving their own performance, and developing positive attitudes and social skills. I follow Maslow's hierarchy of human needs, where I understand the basic human needs are to be met for students to be ready to learn and understand how transitioning to adolescence can take its toll on the body and the mind, which will influence my lesson planning and classroom management. It is important that I create and maintain a positive learning environment so students feel comfortable and safe to participate and not be afraid to try regardless of the outcome. I will do this through positive reinforcement, good communication and good role modelling. Students will be expected to be encouraging, respectful and bullying will not be tolerated in any way. So this term I would like to focus on net sports, specifically badminton and tennis, adhering to the sports education model. I want to emphasise that it's not just about fitness, but it's the enjoyment of the sport and social aspect as well as creating joy from being physically active. My aim is to engage and encourage students to participate. I'll be introducing a model called Sport Education, and it comprises of 6 main components as you can see on the screen, where students are members of a team and the final competition is not solely based on performance, but teamwork and their behind the scenes work. Students are encouraged to participate as they are relied upon by their teammates. The sport education model aligns with the curriculum as it states that students should be able to demonstrate leadership, teamwork, and take part in many different physical activities, and this will be organised through GameSense. This experience creates authentic learning in performing, umpiring, scorekeeping, and cheering, to name a few. Before we start, we will have a class discussion about what the expectations are. We will be working on SMART goals individually, as a team and as a class, and reflecting on them once the season is over. It is important for the students to learn to reflect on their goals, to see what was achieved and why or why not, so they can make improvements. I prefer a student-centred, productive style of teaching, but will move between all levels of teaching styles depending on various factors such as weather, safety, student numbers, students' engagement, and so on. Students are made responsible for their own learning, and it is my job to help them create meaning through questioning and discussion. Weeks 1 to 5 will be dedicated to badminton, and weeks 6 to 10 will be tennis. For students facing physical or mental challenges, I will differentiate and scaffold and can do this using the Change It principle, adhering to the GameSense model. I will also implement reciprocal teaching, as this not only improves their social skills but extends their learning. Differentiation is tailoring lessons to meet individual needs, and scaffolding is providing many levels to continue to challenge students as they master activities. GameSense engages children in minor and modified game strategies and concepts where there are opportunities to develop both skills and an understanding of the tactics of the game. I am passionate about my students' successes and would love for you to be a part of it. So we will be using an app called Edmodo, which will allow me to post videos, photos, blogs, and update you on the season of sport education, should the permissions be given. You'll be able to comment and send messages and follow our progress throughout the term. I'm a strong believer in using technology. It will be effective for assessments, teaching moments, updating you, and showing the student their progress. The curriculum asks us to evaluate their own and others' movement performances as a strand. So we'll be using Coach's Eye, which can deliver light bulb moments, watching instant analysis and feedback. I want to assure you that the safety of your children is my utmost priority. We live in a country where the sun can be lethal, so students will be expected to be sun smart with their hats and appropriate clothing, and I will have sunscreen. I will inspect the equipment before use and ensure that the area they are playing in is of good quality. I will always look for new ways to improve through professional development and reflection. Reflection is a skill I will be teaching your children, and I will model this as well. To ensure my classes run well and students are engaged, happy, and physically active, I will evaluate my own teaching and each lesson about what went well and what could be improved on. Assessments can be stressful, so I will provide students with adequate practice time and rubrics to allow them to prepare and understand what they will be assessed on. There will be a mixture of observations, peer assessment, self-assessment, formal and informal, summative and formative assessment throughout the year. And that concludes my presentation. I hope this aligns well with your own values and you are as excited as I am to get started. I am more than happy to discuss any of the content further with you via email, phone, or a face-to-face meeting. Thank you, and if you would like to join us in Edmodo, send me an email.